Then drum roll.
Question 4.
Yeah, what was that though? What did you...
V equals...
Oh, where they meet. Where they meet,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, so the next thing we want, there's two more things to show you. It's finding the angle between two vector lines and then finding the shortest distance between a point and the line. You understand? Yeah. So the first one is to find the angle between two vectors. So let's have a think about how we can do that. So we already have a formula for finding the angle between vectors. But the problem is when we're talking about the vector line, it's not just one vector. It's many vectors that point at the line. You know what I mean? Like, if I said what's the angle between this vector and this vector, that's easy. But I said what's the angle between this line and this line, which vector do you use? Because you have many vectors. Like if this is one line and this is one line and this is O, this line is represented by all these vectors and this line is represented by all these vectors, and you want this angle here. So which do you use? Let's say the first line is or equals A plus what?
Fizzles, so it skipped a beat.
Yeah, it has that effect on people. Right, A plus TAB. And for the second line, we'll say it's or equals C plus S CD. These are what? What? Alright, fine. Now, you actually have a choice of many vectors here to use. What? Nothing? Okay. When we want to calculate the angle here, which vector do we use and why? So we use vector A, or maybe we use AB, and maybe we use C, or maybe we use CD. Which ones do we want? Well, let's just imagine here that this is A, and let's just say this vector here is C, and let's say this one here is B, and then this one here is D. Why would it be wrong to use, for example, the angle between A and C? Why would it be wrong to use that one?
Is it fine?
Will that give us this angle here? No. That will give us this angle here between A and C. That's not what we want. We want this one up here. Okay, so anyone's got any ideas? Like, how can I get this angle here? It's like I need to use this vector and this vector. So what could I use then?
Can we not use interior angles?
Is there any of them that's parallel to...
As in, if we know this angle inside...
We know no angles, we're looking for the interior.
OB and OC.
If use OB and OC, that will give us this angle.
Yeah, but which ones are parallel? Like OB and OD then? Like
OB,
none of them are parallel.
none of them, because they could be anywhere. I just drew them here as an example, but you don't know where they are, they could be anywhere.
So they're not parallel.
Not necessarily.
Can't we make a vector A?
This is vector A.
No, as in this
Use words, not hands.
vector AB.
What about AB?
We extend it and then we extend CD and we find the point of intersection or the angle between them.
You're getting closer, but you're making it more difficult.
Yeah.
If you think about it, you want to use this vector and this vector.
Yeah.
These are the same as AB and CD. True, this vector points in the opposite direction as AB, but that doesn't change the angle that they meet.
Yeah.
And true, this one could be shorter or longer than this one, but does that affect the angle? For example, is this angle any different to this angle? No. So we use AB and CD. If we use those factors in the formula, we have the angle between the lines.
So we don't even need to know what point of
No, you don't even need to know where they meet, which is convenient. It's less work then. Okay, so let's have a look at an actual example. So let's say we have the vector line or equals 1 plus, yes, Faisal?
Next time I'm late for submitting an assignment, if I try, will it be fine when I get one?
Are you a girl?
What's the difference?
Ireland is all about equality.
Yeah, but I'm a gentleman, so I'm
I
not.
want
He
to
can pretend to be gay, then he gets the same right. Even more, actually.
Controversial.
It's the truth and you know it.
What did you forget to do?
Yeah, that's actually a
Nothing.
good question.
Then what?
I said next time.
There are no
There is no next time.
Chemistry!
Then why are you?
I highly doubt that. Like she might give everyone but you.
Yeah, true that. Right. Here are my two lines. I'd like you to try and give me the angle between them. I need you to figure out what vector to use first, and then to use it in the formula. Do you remember the formula for the angle, or do I need to write it down? Cos theta equals, if you have two vectors, let's say x and y, what's the formula?
Y over X.
No, they're vectors, you can't divide them, don't let me slap you.
I don't know, and I don't remember.
X dot y over
Absolute.
magnitude of x times magnitude of y. I'm sad that you forgot this. You realise if you have to look it back up in your notebooks, that also, it still means you forgot it, right? It just means you remember that you wrote it down. Faisal!
Yeah.
Do this example, please.
What's the name of the lesson again?
It's continuing from the last lesson, so there's no new title.
So this formula is to calculate the angle.
Don't make me answer that. You know it is.
Done.
Did Fawan say why she deleted the reference?
She didn't have one in the
No,
book.
she did.
No.
Because when I got her first draft, it had
Yeah,
a
she
citation
said,
in it.
She said she deleted it.
Oh.
Did she say why?
She said she.
I don't think she's just I think it's a lot of confidence. She doesn't know how to do references properly. So she said like why include it?
She said she didn't think it's needed. That's why she deleted it.
Okay. Well, Omar, where were you this morning?
They know why they deleted it. That's why they're
I
laughing.
think someone told them something important.
Way to go on! You blew up your whole chance. 5 months, 6 months of hard work, all gone.
What?
She's
Down
gone
the
forever
drain.
now.
Down the drain. Forever alone. Well, I expect that behaviour from a child.
Unless you actually hate her. And did all of this on purpose.
Oh, he's been planning for 5 months to earn her trust.
You guys are complicated. You'll make a good TV series, like the OC or something, except weird. Right, have you got this on? No. Why not? What's the problem? No. You, Andrew. What is the first factor to use in the formula?
The first half.
Give me the numbers. What is
1 plus 2.
No.
Okay.
What is the first factor to use in the formula? What should I use? I should use what and what in this formula.
Should use X.
You know, if you annoy me enough and I beat you to death, it won't be a crime. And none of these will testify against me in court. They say, well, Pfizer was dead when we all came into the classroom.
Until after August.
What do I use as the first vector?
Magnitude.
Give me the numbers.
We don't know.
1 plus 4s.
Look back here. What did I say to use?
Oh, these are related?
No, he's doing 10 different questions in one.
No, I thought the example had nothing to do with that.
Because that's how I usually teach math. I give you an irrelevant background and then a different example. I say, you figure out the link. Now, I said to use this vector. What is different between this vector and this vector?
This has B, this doesn't have B.
Not that stupid, but you know, it is kind of like that.
A is from the origin to A.
Yeah.
True, but how can you know, when I look at this, how can I know what is the A and what is the AB?
Simple. The A is one variable, the AB are two different.
Yeah, but how can I know what is the AB in this?
The
and
one
what is
that
the
has two things.
Just tell me the
The
numbers.
2T.
2, 3.
Tag you. The AB is what is attached to the T, because you
That's
can...
a T? Oh.
What is it?
That doesn't look like a T.
Yeah.
But you could use anything, like I could use F.
Yes, like I did here.
Wow.
Yeah. So this here is 112 plus T 2, 3 minus 1. So that is that. So in other words, you can get the angle by using this vector and this vector.
But why? You have A and C already.
What do you mean, why do I, what?
You have A, 1, 1, 2, and
Yeah, I have A, but I don't need A.
But you want an angle between A and C.
No, I want this angle, and as we said earlier, to get this angle I need to use A, B and CD. Because if I use A and C, that is the wrong angle, as I said earlier.
So,
What? What you...
You don't know where
Right. That is a line. That is a line. There is O. There is A. There is B. There is C. There's D. I want this angle. If I use A and C in my formula, I get this angle. I want this angle. So I need to use this and this, which is the same as this and this.
But the angle between A and C, which is the angle between OA and O.
The angle between A and C is this angle.
Yeah, you want this angle.
it's not
No, I want this angle. The angle between the lines. Line, line. I want this angle. That's what I want. I want this angle.
But the question you wrote is the angle between vector A and vector C. Yeah. Not line.
No, I think what was happening there, sorry, I might have been talking earlier about what vectors we could use, so I would have written down A and C first, and I should have said, no, that one's wrong.
Yeah.
To get this angle, we have to use A, B, and C, D. I'm sorry, Lee, I did not update my notes. I'm sorry. This I was trying to say was wrong, and this is right. Is that okay now? Thank you. Don't make me cry, please. Right, so I should use 2, 3, and minus 1, 4, minus 3, and 1. Too soon?
I actually just got that.
Too soon, too soon. Okay, can you calculate the angle now, please? Give me the angle now. So you have 2, 3, minus 1, and 4, minus 3, and 1. Calculate the angle now. Now you should be able to do this. Faisal, take out the calculator and calculate this angle.
I am.
Take out the calculator. Please do not use your brain.
Can I just ask?
Yes.
Why don't you like add the ones like the one and two beside the T.
What do you mean
Like
exactly?
the one plus 2T, you
Yeah.
just took the 2 without the one beside it.
Oh, here?
Without that, yeah.
Oh, because the T does not multiply the 1. If this 1 was in here,
Yeah.
then that would make this a 1T. I need to
Yeah.
separate it because there's no T multiplying. That doesn't care about the T.
So the first R is X and the second R is Y.
Yeah, well, this is the X, and this is the Y.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is the X and that's the Y, yeah. So on the top we have 8 minus 9 minus 1, yeah? Is that right? 8. And then on the bottom we have, let's see, that's 9, 10, 14. 26, I think. So what's the theta here now?
The bottom is 90.1.
Okay.
Yeah. 96.
Theta's 96?
Yes.
Now, usually the question asks for the acute angle, so that would not make it 96. Ah, come on, you're back.
Minus 180.
180 minus 96. What is that? 84 degrees. Is that okay? Yeah? Okay. This, by the way, is a common question in the exam. In fact, I should go so far as to say, of this entire vector chapter, 90% of the exam questions come from the lesson on angles, and this lesson we're doing right now. Which is good news. It means if you want good revision for vectors, you really just need to focus mostly on this lesson and the lesson to do with angles. And in fact, of that 90%, I would even say 90% of that 90% is this lesson. So really, this lesson we're doing right now that we have to split over 2 hours is the vector lesson for the exam. 75% of questions will come from this lesson. So it's very important you are confident in these questions. The next one we're going to do is to get the distance between the point and the line. Now, we've already seen how to get the distance between 2 points.
What point is it look like? The origin and the...
Oh no, any point in the line.
Could you send us a list of like the most important topics to focus on for next semester?
No.
I'll tell you what you mean.
No, don't listen to Faisal.
All of them.
Okay, listen to Faisal. No, Yahya, I won't, because that's like me admitting to saying these are some important topics and there's some not important topics. Really, I know Faisal was joking, but kind of like all of them are important. You were being serious? Or yeah, no, I know it sounded like he was joking, but it kind of is the case that all of them are important. What I could say though is which topics students find more difficult when it comes to the exam, and perhaps this is where you want to give them more time. Because your question, I know you're requesting something.
Give it more time, like.
But what, for study time?
Yeah.
Like you're requesting that I make this list, but really deep down your question is, teacher, how do I allocate my time? Like really, that's what you want to know, isn't it? So yes, all questions are important, but some questions students answer better than others in the exam. So for example, the algebra questions students answer quite well. And the trigonometry is also quite well. The area where students can really screw up, the integration and the vectors. are the two areas in the exam that students screw up. Like the other topics, some topics students do really well in, like Newton-Raphson. Usually students get full marks in Newton-Raphson. Or differentiation. Usually students get full marks in differentiation. So, if you were to say, okay, what are the topics I need to be careful about? The vectors, which we're doing now, and the integration topics.
And also, what portion, like, how big is the portion? Like, can you give me a percentage of how big the portion is? That
First and second semester?
yes.
Officially, NCUK claim that it should be 50-50.
Mm.
Whether the exam will reflect this, I don't know.
No, it doesn't. It's mostly first semester.
Is it mostly first semester?
For the last exam, but that could change in the next exam. So
No, even the ones before it.
please listen to me and not what you're hearing in your head.
Yeah.
Because I told. So that's why I'm saying.
He knows more probably.
Yeah, obviously.
And just to clarify, okay, just to be clear, I've been teaching here nearly 10 years. I know that NCUK have the habit of just changing something all of a sudden with no warning. So yes, maybe the last 4 exams it was mostly semester 1 topic. Then maybe they get a new person to write the exam this year and they look at it and go, wait a second, this isn't right, it's supposed to be balanced. I'll make it more semester 2 this year. Because that's happened. I know because I've done that. Because I had to write an exam for 1 year. And I looked at the exams previously and I said, that's strange. In the last 6 years, these topics never came up. And they're on the syllabus. I'll ask all the questions that have never come up. So you can imagine the students, when they were sitting down opening the paper going, never seen that in a past exam before. And me in my office going, yeah, I did a good job.
Slept well that night?
I did. It was extra nice that night, yes. So that's my point, Faisal. The past is not a prediction of the future. They could. What are we doing? Yes, okay. So anyway, just
I'm making this on a hoodie, not a t-shirt.
Hashtag Stephen Shakespeare.
yeah, it's true. Yes.
Here.
To get the acute angle, why did you minus the answer from 180?
Why 180? Yeah. So if you were to look at it, what's happened is you have an angle which is slightly bigger than 90,
Yeah.
but the acute angle is this one, which would be 180 minus 96 because it's still a straight line.
So they are not really asking for the 96, they are asking for the other one.
Well, typically in the exam they ask for the acute angle. You see, you got to remember, when lines intersect, 2 angles are made. You can consider this angle, or you consider this angle. You might say, what about the other 2? Well, this one is the same as this one anyway. So there's really 2 distinct angles.
But you're finding 96 first because
That's just what the formula gave. That's what the formula gave.
Yeah.
The formula gives sometimes acute and sometimes obtuse. As Lee was pointing out, it depends on the direction of the vectors, which you can't know from the diagram because you can't picture in 3 dimensions. So you might have to flip it around. It depending on what they ask. They always have asked for acute, but just be careful. Maybe next time they'll ask for obtuse.
So they
Who
say-
knows? They'll say it in the
Directly.
question. Directly. Find the acute angle between these vector lines. Yeah. Yes? Okay.
Oh,
Can I scroll down?
So bad.
Scroll down?
Yeah.
Right, next thing.
And not true.
Here is a vector line. That is O. There's A. There's A. There's B. That's O, that's A. That's B. And then let's say here this is just OR, the usual story. And let's say out here is point C. And I want to know what is the shortest distance between this point and this line. So the equation of this line is the usual OR equals A plus T AB. That's this line. And I want to know what is this distance here. If it's the shortest distance, what is special about it?
Perpendicular.
This
90
is
degrees.
perpendicular here. Okay? I'm going to give you a minute now to try and figure out a formula using A, B and C only that gives you the shortest distance. This is good practice because in the exam this is a typical question, and you don't have a formula in the book for the shortest distance, so you have to work it out every year this question comes up. Now usually what happens is they ask you to do a couple of things first that helps you get to the answer, but I just want to see if you can think about it logically. How can I work out this distance D here? Just a quick refresh. Using vectors, how can I get the distance between A and B? I want this distance. How can I get it? Let's call it D. D equals what?
OA.
No. What about AB? You're missing a word.
Magnitude, yeah.
Correct. The D equals magnitude of AB. Correct. So, you might be thinking, well, if I could find a point here, let's call it X, then I'm finished. Yeah. So, I'll let you think for a minute about this. See, can you figure it out? I'll give you a couple of minutes, then I'll do it on the board.
So we need to find it without any values?
Yeah, like a formula, a general formula. Yeah. Try for a couple of minutes there. I can take this. Thank you. Stapler, please. It's not too heavy to be carrying around all day. Like, what'd you get such a big stapler for? Just travel on the plane with you?
Yes.
Dude.
We only use A, B and C, right?
The answer, yeah.
You will love my conclusion.
Let's see.
Yeah, you saw the references. You saw the color table. The word limit for this was 110.
You said I love this conclusion. I'm not seeing the love.
You're denying it. It's right there.
Good.
No. Not seeing it.
The limit for the conclusion is 110 words. We have to say about what we did.
Yeah, but you wasted so many words on nonsense.
But you said
in this task we use numerical integer blah 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 blah.
Yeah, we have to write this. It's a conclusion.
But
you
you
make it
said,
more exciting.
You said maximum 110.
No, minimum. Yeah, maximum
No,
is 100.
So technically you can
You
write
can.
10 words and call that a conclusion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
there's no word
technically
limit.
you could fail.
Well, I wrote 99.
Yeah. Any answers here?
I wouldn't mind an 80.
I bet you wouldn't.
I would mind 70.
But you wouldn't as well,
I would.
would you? Anyone figure this out yet?
We find a point that's parallel to C, so that it's O Something between A and B.
Something, answer! Yeah, done. No.
Because the magnitude doesn't make a difference. So,
Magnitude does make a difference. Because bigger magnitude means longer line.
yeah, but okay, we don't know. Tell us.
Maybe someone can figure it out.
Anyone?
Who's types?
No.
Is it related to soccer? So,
Ah. Sakatawa? No.
Sakato. You come in late and you text in the class.
I'm a bad teacher. I never. Do you ever hear me saying I'm a good teacher? I never made this claim. Did you?
But in 2017, bad means better than good.
Then I'm really bad. I'm the baddest. I'm not 40 minutes bad, but I'm still pretty bad.
get one.
Right. Did anyone figure this out?
No.
No. No. Okay, we have a look at it now?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Pay close attention. There's quite a few steps here. So as I was saying, it will be quite useful to find this point here, which I'll call it x. Well, what's special about x? Well, two things we know about x. Who can tell me? Two things we know about x. And they're obvious things, so don't feel stupid when you say it.
It's a point of intersection.
Yeah,
Between two lines.
yes, go on, what else?
90 degree.
Yeah, so one thing is that it's a 90 here at the x. That's useful to know. And another thing, kind of like the point of intersection, something else about it. It's true, it is a point of intersection. That's true, that's another thing. So I guess there's three things we know. Anything else?
Can we say something about the distance?
It's CB, TAB.
Now we're getting there, yes. X is on the line. And that's actually important because it means if X is on this line, we can write it in the form of A plus, let's say, S AB. For example, here T is 0, here T is 1, and here T is maybe 2. So we know we can write X like that. That is very helpful to know. Also, we know this is 90 degrees. So how can that be used to make an equation?
Something zero.
Yeah, what's something? Thank you, Lee. Dot product is 0. So the dot product of what is 0?
Of D and
D is not a vector.
CX and AX.
Cx dot Ax should be 0. Good. Okay, good. You're not as desperate as I thought. That's good. That's good. So now, keep the streak going. What to do next?
this formula.
Not yet. Too early for that.
I don't know why I'm picturing like a.
Us together.
No, no, God no.
And on the inside, thinking, oh, maybe next time. Yes.
Is it related to the magnitude of CX?
Not yet. Later. That's later.
BC?
No.
VX?
No. So what we should do next is we should try and find S. So we should solve these. So we need to put this in here. Before I put it in, let's expand this. What is CX?
X minus C.
Yeah, now I'm not going to write the vectors, so I'm getting tired of writing them. So that's X minus C dot
X minus C.
X minus A. That should equal 0. That means X dot X minus X dot A minus X dot C plus A dot C should equal 0. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now,
X.
what is X dot X?
Square root of X.
A magnitude of X squared, yeah. And x dot a, just x dot a, and x dot c, and so on. So we could put this in for x now. So, you know, I'm starting to think maybe we won't bother, well, we kind of have to expand it, but maybe I won't bother by multiplying it out. I'll just leave it like this. Now, if I put x in, I'll get a plus SAB minus c dot a plus SAB minus c minus a equals 0. Well, at least something cancels. What cancels here?
A.
The a's cancel, at least. Yeah? So, what's wrong?
Where did you get the C in the second one?
The c?
Yes.
Yes. Where did I get that c from? What is going on? I don't think I should have the c there. Somehow that fell in. Should just be minus a. A plus a, yeah, sorry. A plus a, yeah, that's it, yeah. Okay, that's even better. Because what am I left with here?
SAB.
Yeah, just left with SAB. And here, I could put A and C together. What's A minus C? Very good, CA. Plus AB equals 0. Okay, maybe I'll dot them now, since it's a bit shorter. So I'll get SAB dot CA plus S squared AB dot AB equals 0. Yes?
Isn't that the magnitude? Oh, no.
Yes, correct. No, go ahead. What are you saying?
AB dot AB.
Yeah, is what?
Magnitude.
The magnitude of AB squared. Now, what's in common to both of these?
S.
S. So you can cancel S out. And you're left with AB dot CA plus S magnitude of AB squared equals 0. Okay, can I find S now? I can. I can get S magnitude of AB squared equals minus AB dot CA. And because the minus is here, I can flip one of these. So I can get S equals AB dot AC over magnitude of AB squared. Now, am I finished? No, why isn't this finished? This only gives me the S. But at least I know the S now.
But isn't it supposed to be in terms of AB?
It is. A, B, and C.
Or like C?
C is okay, yeah. So now I get X equals A plus S. S we know. S is AB dot AC over magnitude of AB squared times AB. Now that I know X, I can finally say D is magnitude of whatever, CX, which is the magnitude of X minus C, which means D is the magnitude of this. Oh my goodness, sorry, this is crammed in. Minus C. Now, this is not being done to give you a formula, not a formula. I'm doing this to show you the steps. So, let's look at an example with numbers, and let's try and remember these steps so we can figure out what the answer is.
For D, the last step.
Yeah.
What did you do exactly?
X minus C, and we have X here. That's a minus C.
Okay.
Okay. You can write this down if you like, if you feel you're able to. Yes.
The third step after you cancel.
The third step after I cancel. After I cancel the S?
Yeah, the A and the minus A.
Yeah, here?
No, up.
Here?
Yes, I think. I can't see your hand. No, up.
Here?
No, you see that?
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Second line.
Yeah?
No, the one after.
Here?
Yeah. What happened between these two? Like.
I expanded.
How?
So I did CA.AB
Oh, okay.
and then SAB.SAB.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's expand. I guess it's the sleepy time of the day. Right, let's have a look at some number examples. Let me think. I wonder, do you want to do a question from the workbook, or would you like to see practice with an exam question? Exam question? Let's do that. So, because you probably might be wondering what the vectors is like in the exam. So let's have a look. Maths. We'll go back to 2012. Let's go with version 4.
What's the difference between these versions? Which one do you suggest?
Well, there's easy ones and hard ones, and if it's a school that Manchester don't like, they give them the harder exam. So we usually get the harder exam.
You should have said that while we were applying. Manchester does not like us.
Yeah.
All levels. Like they have different variants.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
But we got V4.
That's too easy.
Is V4 what we got?
What are you talking about? Are you speaking English still?
Which
What?
version do you have?
Version.
No, it's random. I want a good vector question. Whoop. That's too easy. Maybe 2010 was a hard year. You don't want an easy one, I know you don't.
Yeah.
Let's try this one. This is a good one. This is a good one. This is typical. Yeah, this is a good one. Okay, so can you try this one as a vector question in the exam? It's a good example of what the exam difficulty is like, and then I will do it in a moment.
So they don't give us a diagram?
Oh no. Well, I mean, some questions could have a diagram, but it's usually like this. Yeah. Omar, please be useful. Thank you. No. Yeah. I'd expect something like that from a biology student, not a physics student. Now, come on. Yeah.
how many questions do we get in section B6?
No, in the oh yeah, it is 6. Yeah, yeah.
And we
Isn't
choose
it 4? Isn't it? Yeah. I have to double check.
And they're all different topics, so is there a chance of 2 questions being on the same topic?
Yes, it doesn't happen often, but there is a chance of that because it has happened before. And I really do mean it doesn't happen. Like it's probably only happened in my 10 years and 20 exam years. I mean 20 exam groups. I've only seen it happen like 2 or 3 times. But no, it's weird when it does happen because you have one question on differentiation and then another question on differentiation. Like, so if you're good at differentiation, then you can do that twice in the exam. So to answer your question, yes, it could happen, but I wouldn't be banking on it happening. And anyways, it could happen that 2 topics you don't like.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Because that's what happened in my computer exam a couple of weeks ago. I was going into the exam going, oh, I really don't like this topic. I won't prepare it. It's only 1 question on the exam, and I just won't do that one. Then there was 2 of them on that. That's life. Right, I'll be back in 2 minutes, and we'll do the answers for this one then. You might have a message for one. Question?
No.
Right. Don't like Faisal up while I'm gone. Leave it, my friend, please. It'd be appreciated. Thanks.
Vet du, det var inte 10 000 här.
ممكن تتابع فرق معين الكهرباء مين أنا أهلاوي الكهرباء أحسن من خمس ضعف عشان كده هو بيلعب في الاتحاد وخمس ضعف من الاتحاد. الاتحاد أصلا جاي من الشباب.
لا عادة
الأهلي طبعا ريال مدريد 1-0 يعني مش عدم الأهلي أحسن من ريال مدريد.
How do you show that they intersect? The first equation we did? How do you show that they intersect?
You remember
And then they have...
remember when we did like 3 equations?
Oh, okay, yes. Thank you.
Healthy.
I think we can go full power.
Can you like fix it when you there's like
What's about me?
or like thank you.
How's this question going, Andrew? I like the sentence where it said I just finished. The last few words didn't make me happy. That first part. So you're doing part 2? Okay.
Thinking about it, the one with the most marks.
True. No, fair point. Fair point. Okay, good. Thank you. Which part are you on? 1 and 2 is okay? You? Which part are you on? Oh, on. Purple. Come on. First. You gave me the answer. First one?
They are right, they are famous one.
Maybe they'll do that again.
The second part is just the ordinary.
Yeah. I just mean it's the...
By JK?
Yeah.
Why did we check the answers for the first question? Why did we have to check the C and like substitute in the C to check the value of the S?
Because it's possible that you can find the TMS, but they don't meet. You have to confirm that they do meet.
And if it's oh, never mind.
Yes.
Can I ask
Yes.
a question? Like, can you wait for a second?
I suppose it could.
A T can be a fraction, right?
Of course, it can be anything. It could even be 0. Yeah, what's your question?
I got this here. Yes, this is alright.
Yes.
And I'm supposed to get this 6 and 2 and B.
Yes.
What
This is vector 4.
Yeah, I put an S, which is 2 and
Now, I know it seems like that because they had to find S, But that S in part 1 is not the same as the S in part 2. It's a different S because it's a different point. The point B may not be the same point of intersection. So make this equal to that. Yes, yes.
Coordinates is IJK, yeah?
I see half of you working and half of you thinking. The people who are thinking, do you feel like you're making progress? Or that you're stuck? Stuck. Andrew?
Slowly making progress.
Mm-hmm.
In my head.
Yes, okay. So you've established in your head that these are vectors, and we are doing maths. Yes.
Oh, it's not.
Ah,
Vectors, didn't it? Which is funny because when I tried to study vectors at home, online,
yes.
it's all like physics.
Yep. Well, that's why they're important, because they're the language of motion and physics, describing positions and so on. We don't actually use much vectors in IFY physics, only because actually the type of vectors that you need in physics are quite advanced at times and would be more suitable to a university level. So we kind of just touch on vectors, but funny enough, they're like normally chapter 1 of most college physics books and dominate the rest of the book in terms of their appearance. We kind of can get away with not talking about vectors so much because all our motion is confined to just an x and a y, and really once we can resolve the vector into x and y, then that's fine. But at university all your motion is in 3 dimensions, and then it becomes more appropriate to use vectors, IJKs. Yeah.
So we're
Then
going
why
to
the
do
jump into math?
Because this is engineering maths and it's preparing you for physics at university. Because the other thing is, I'd love to do more vectors in physics with you, but I can't because you have to do it in maths first, and it's by the time we get a chance to do vectors, physics it's already nearly over, you know. Yeah? Are they all right? What was the hardest one? No? Wakey wakey. You are rested?
This means the lesson is
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no. I can't quite do it. It's just sort of yes, that's the one. That means yes. And there's like different types of head movements. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, because I've had Indian students bopping their head left and right, like, what does that mean? Is that a yes or is that a no? Okay. We'll continue.
1 minute.
Okay, 1 minute.
Super copy. Water? That was the actual drink.
Lucas, I trolled.
You know what I spent an hour and a half thinking about yesterday?
What?
Was it glucose from glucose? Or is it gluco A?
Per pound.
What?
Yes. Yes.
An hour and a half.
Done good or done bad? Okay. Let's have a look
After
then.
vectors in math?
Huh?
Or is it the last?
Normal distribution. Statistics and probability.
optional.
No, the statistics is optional. The normal distribution is compulsory.
Okay, so I did this in statistics, so I thought that gives the same thing.
What?
Normal distribution.
Not square.
Like we had a book, statistics, and normal distribution was a part of it.
Yeah,
So
because
when
you can.
said that, I
No,
thought
no,
that
no,
normal
because-
distribution is.
No, not true. You can consider it part of statistics, but really it's a probability thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do these now.
I already have that.
Andrew, Lee, it's great that you're working together, but I'm going to do the answers now so you can see how to do it. Okay, so the first one, show that L1 and L2 intersect and find where they intersect. Okay, so let's have a look here. What is L1's vector? It is minus 3 plus 3s. Yes? Then 8 minus 2s.
Yes.
And then minus 5 plus 5s. And then R2's vector?
1 minus 2t.
1 minus 2t.
5 plus 1t.
Yeah?
8 plus 3t.
And how do you find the intersection points?
Equal.
You make them equal. So we have minus 3 plus 3s equals 1 minus 2t. 8 minus 2s equals 5 plus t. Minus 5 plus 5s equals 8 plus 3t. I don't think I need to show you how to find t and s. I hope you can do that question. What is s and t?
2 minus
S is and t is minus 1. Let's put that back in and double check that they meet. So if s is 2, that means we have 3, 4, 5. Is that right? Well, let's check here. If t is minus 1. 3, 4, 5. Sweet. This is where they meet. So these two lines meet here at 3, 4, 5. Okay, if you got that, well done. You have 5 marks and you will not get 0 on your final exam. Congrats. You're like, yeah. Right, so part B now. The point B has coordinates 6, 2b on L1. Now this confused some people because they thought, I know Yusuf, you taught this and sort of other people too, that the S you have here, you use it in the next part, but you don't, because that S and T is only for this point. But this, they never said was this point. It could be a different point. In fact, it must be a different point because 6 and 2 is not the same as 3 and 4. So what you do know is, if it's on L1, that means that 6, 2 and B should be the same as minus 3 plus 3s, 8 minus 2s, minus 5 plus 5s. So, look at the first one. What must s be to make these the same?
1, 2.
No, not two.
What is it?
Minus 2.
Hang on. 2. No, 3. 3. We must have s as 3 because then we have 9 minus 3, which is 6. Let's check. What's 8 minus 6? 8 minus 6? 2. So are we right? Yeah, we're right. So what is minus 5 plus 15?
5.
Try again. Minus 5 plus 15? 10.
So it's not.
Yeah, I'm using regular maths where numbers, make sense when you add them together. So B is 10. So that's the answer here. Shockingly so, wasn't it? How many marks is that?
2.
Makes sense. The point C is on L2 and BC is perpendicular to L2. Find
That's an L or an I?
C. That's an L. Okay.
Was it an L or an I in the coursework?
It was an I.
L is equal to.
But what's your perspective? C is on L2 and BC is perpendicular to L2. And B we have. So, B is 6 to 10. And L2's line is, what did we say it was earlier? 1 minus 2t. 5 plus t. 8 plus 3t. Alright, who's got any bright ideas? So this is line L2 and B is on it. And the only other thing you know is that B is perpendicular to C. And you're looking for C. Oh, and you know B actually. Oh no, sorry, I got that wrong. I apologize. I have it backwards. C is on the line L2 and B is on the other line L1. And you know that they are perpendicular here. Can we find C? So any ideas on how to find the C? Yes, you could use A. If we look at L2, where's L2? Here it is. 158. So this point here is 158, which we can call A. Yeah, so what's your idea, Lee? Oh, did they call A the intersection point? They never said. Oh, sorry. You said it. I got it. Here is L1. And you're right. They call A the intersection point. And we know A. A is 3, 4, 5, isn't it? Okay. What's your idea, Lee? We know this. Yeah, you can say CA dot CB should equal
AB or BA.
Y0. Do you know A? Yes. Do you know B? Yes.
Yeah.
Do we know C? No. That's what we want. How many unknowns are here in this equation? One unknown. So we should be able to solve it for C. Yeah? Also, you know that C is on this line. So you also know that C is equal to 1 minus 2t, 5 plus t, 8 plus 3t. So let's put in CA is A minus C. A minus C. That will be 2 plus 2t. Let me see. 4 minus 5 is minus 1 minus t. And then 5 minus 8 is minus 3 minus 3t. Dot b minus c. 6 minus 1 is 5. 2 minus 5 is minus 3. 10 minus 8 is 2. And when you dot them, you should get 0. What type of equation will we get here when we expand? Linear or quadratic? Quadratic. 2 plus 2t times 5 plus 2t plus minus 1 minus t times minus 3 plus t plus minus 3 minus 3t 2 plus 3t should equal 0. We can solve for t and then put it back in here and we found c. Now that's a bit tricky. In fairness,
We'll get one answer for T.
no, you'll get two answers, and we'll talk about that in a moment. In fairness, I feel like this part should have gotten more marks than this part. This should have been 4 and this should have been 5.
But not complete.
Yeah, well, it's actually, I suppose that's better for you, mark-wise. Did anybody get to this line? You got T? What did you get for T when you solved? Yeah, so we have two answers for T. What one do we pick?
The one that gives the answer.
Check.
I have a question for you. Give me one reason why I should just throw this copy on your face.
You like
Think
it?
next
No.
to you. And next to him.
Good enough reason. Good enough. Lee, which is the right answer and which is the wrong answer? Or maybe there are two answers.
Do we check which one gives the 0?
Well, nearly. Go ahead, Lee. Is wrong. Why? If you put minus 1 in here,
Be louder, please.
yeah, louder.
So if you find 1 is the equation of A, you will get 0.
Substitute in which equation? Is it this one? Yeah, you'll get 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so that means C is A, which is obviously not the perpendicular one. It's weird. I don't know why that comes out as an answer. But this is normal. You get two answers and you have to reject one of them. I think there is another reason here. Yes, actually there's a better reason. Your reason is good, but there's a second reason.
If we use minus half, we'll get 0. Which proves that
What is 0?
C.
No, it's not 0. C will, we just said C will be 3, 4, 5. No, I'll give you the reason, okay?
If
Do you
we use-
remember? Wait.
Okay.
Do you remember when we said dot product equals 0? It means they're perpendicular because the formula is this, and cos theta equals this. So if it's 0, it means the angle is 90 because cos 90 is 0. But this can only be 0 if the top is 0. But we can only have this if the bottom is not 0. In other words, A dot B equals 0 means A and B are perpendicular unless one of them is 0. Then it doesn't make sense because then you have one vector and another vector which isn't a vector, it's just 0, 0, 0. I mean, what's the direction of that? And if you look here, that's what's happened. When you use minus 1 in here, you get 0, 0, 0, which means we reject that one. So the answer is a half. So if we put a half in here, what do we get? 1 plus 1 is 2. 9 over 2. And what? Over 2. That's C. Okay?
Do you see now?
So,
Yeah.
which one do we reject?
What?
Minus 1.
Yes.
Because it gives
Yes,
us
this
a
is,
0.
Here it gives 0, 0, 0. Or, as Lee said, it gives you A, which is obviously the wrong answer because you're trying to find C.
Okay.
The last one is to find the scalar, using scalar product, find the angle BAC. BAC. So they want this angle here. So what two vectors do I use to get this angle here? Let's call it theta.
C, A, and B.
AC and AB. Do we know A? C? B? Can we find AC? Yes. Can we find AB? Yes. Can we get the angle? Yes. Straightforward question at the end, which I won't bother doing, because we did one like this already. How do you find AC, Andrew? What's the formula that gives you AC? Go for it. I believe in you. Don't let me down. Say with confidence. You are correct. And B, AB? B minus A. And once we have these vectors, what's the formula for the angle? Yeah, so in this case it would be AC dot B over magnitude AC, magnitude AB. So you don't need me to do that, right? No, you don't. Of course not. No, I'm sure you don't. I'm sure you don't. Right? Okay. So what do you think of the vector question in the exam then?
Easier than I thought.
Yeah, that's good.
Better than I thought.
Okay.
Only if they give us the diagram.
Have a look in the section A here. The vector question. What do you think of the vector question in section A?
Find the magnitude.
It's good, isn't it? First you take vector u and multiply it by 4. Then you take vector v and after that you get 4 marks.
Nice.
So do you remember I said that in my opinion in section A, the vector question, usually I feel they give you more marks than you deserve for your effort. So to me vectors is a good question, at least in section A. Section B can be a bit hard, but section A is good.
Can't we square u and then square v? And
What
then
are you talking
square
about?
What?
No!
Find the magnitude.
No, because no.
It's magnitude of both, not of each.
Yeah, it's the total after you add them together, not individually. Because it's not magnitude of u plus magnitude of v, it's magnitude of u plus v. The u plus v comes first, the magnitude comes second. First you get the vectors, then you get the magnitude, then you get the women. That's the order. Okay,
I got them.
okay good.
Shoulders, knees and toes. Yeah.
Okay. Yes?
I did some computer under the section A question. You just wrote the under you didn't have to show that.
That's disgraceful. There's sometimes problems with the marking schemes. They're not perfect. Sometimes there's small mistakes. You should trust me and always show your work.
Even in A level they had this so annoying.
Had what? Show your work?
No, like mistakes in the marking scheme.
I know. Not everybody can be like us, Faisal.
Like it's provided by the people that do the actual exam that they write it. So even after they find out the mistake and they give the students the marks, they publish the exam and the marking scheme still the same mistake. Fix it, you know it's wrong. So annoying.
What you gonna do?
Nothing. And the bad boys come.
Later.